Okay, I guess we'll get started then. First off, right away, the version 1.00. If you're doing grounded, I think at least for me, it's pretty crucial that you play it on this version for a few reasons. We'll go over those reasons when we get there. But yeah, all right, let's go. New game, grounded, and the first thing you want to do is not save it under a save file and instead disable autosave from the menu. This allows you to restart encounter very, very easily. And yes, thank you, Eagle, for pointing that out. You need a disk version to be able to unpatch. If you're on the latest patch already, what you want to do is settings, storage, applications, go to Last of Us, and then delete it. And then take the disk out, pop it back in, the game will download, and then you just cancel the patch as it's downloading. Okay, so strat number 1 is you want to disable autosave. This will allow you to restart encounter quickly. When you go to restart encounter at like the perfect time, you the game autosaves and it prevents you from quitting or restarting encounter in the pause menu for like 2 or 3 seconds as it autosaves. Now obviously you need a full playthrough in order to go back and practice sections. So when you're finishing up a run yourself, just I don't know, pause the timer at the end and save it in a file real quick. So yeah, here we go. The time starts right there as soon as you skip the cutscene. And yeah, unfortunately we gotta go through this very, very boring intro. But I gotta go through every minor detail.
I need to get your daddy on the phone.
Uncle Tommy, what time is it?
I need to talk to your dad now. There's something.
Including where you gotta stand
Uncle
when you're
Tommy?
running throughout the town
Hello?
as Joel carrying Sarah. And pay no attention to me hitting L3 and R3. It's just a quirk of mine. I always just want to be hitting buttons.
Dad?
Here, there's no sprint. It's just... we're slow running at this point.
Daddy?
Just round your corners.
What was that?
And yeah, even though this is going up on YouTube, I'm still gonna try my best to acknowledge Twitch chat, even though you guys won't be able to see it.
Phone.
But yeah, this is nice. Right now, I don't have a timer. I just got a world record yesterday.
There you are.
Sarah, are you okay?
Yeah?
Has anyone come in here?
And obviously have 60 frames per second on, and more importantly, have subtitles on. Because grounded, you don't get a heads-up display, but yeah, make sure subtitles are on.
Oh, who would
You
come
need
in
them
here?
Don't go near
at a
the
few
door.
spots
Just stand back there.
throughout the run.
Dad, you're kind of freaking me out. What's going on?
It's the Coopers.
Whee.
Something right with them. I think they're sick.
What kind of sick?
Jeez. Jimmy!
Dad?
Yeah, I'll try and keep my flashlight spamming
Jimmy!
to a minimum.
Jimmy, stay back!
It's just something I do.
I'm warning you! Don't!
You shot him.
Sarah,
I saw him this morning.
listen to me. There is something bad going on.
Yeah, I got no timer going. This
Do you understand?
this is not a real run.
Yeah.
It's tutorial. Gotta teach y'all. I'm gonna teach y'all how to speedrun grounded. Just like me.
You have any idea what's going on out there?
I'll also be going over some sections to like
You got blood
get
all over
you to more easily get your initial run going. you know,
Just please go.
some of these sections you probably won't be able to do your first time around,
Later.
Hey, Sarah.
doing it exactly the way I do it.
I'm fine.
So I got some slower backup strats that I can show y'all, and will show
Sure
y'all
thing.
when I get there.
Thanks.
Okay, but throughout this run, you know, we pick up
We're doing great.
just enough crafting items.
Shut up.
Blades, rags, alcohol, explosives, sugar, binding.
Roadblocks on the
We
highway.
pick up just enough,
No getting into Travis County.
We need to get the hell out. Take
and we always end the run without anything in our inventory. Nothing at all.
Did they say how many are dead?
Probably a lot.
And we use, what do we use? 2 nail bombs.
Right.
Well, we get a smoke bomb, we craft another smoke bomb. We get a nail bomb, we craft another nail bomb. And then I think we use like 5 or 6 Molotovs as well.
But we ain't the only town. First they're saying it's just the south.
You know, it's weird, but I actually, I don't even know like how many bombs we use. I just know what to pick up, where to pick up, and
I hope that son bitch made it out.
like where to craft it.
Sure he did.
As for how many mollies we use, I actually don't know.
No, of course not.
How do you know?
They said it's just people in the city. We're good.
Didn't Jimmy work in the city?
It's the worst thing about these runs is you gotta
We're fine. Trust me.
put up with this intro.
Alright.
Now, Grounded is special and
You think you're doing? Keep
specific
driving.
compared to the other categories
We
because,
have
well,
room.
you die a lot faster, but your guns also do more damage. On easy, normal, hard, or survivor mode,
Someone
the
else
pistol, if you're shooting human enemies, the pistol's 3 bullets, the rifle's 2 bullets, the revolver's 2 bullets. But on Grounded mode, the revolver's 1 bullet, the hunting rifle's 1 bullet, and the pistol is 2 bullets.
This is bad.
So because of that,
Everyone and their
if you
mother
see
has
any
the
enemies
same
with
idea.
armor, you're going to want to aim for their legs.
We good. Just backtracking.
Also the bow. If you're shooting an alerted human with a bow,
Tommy.
on easy through survivor, it takes 2 hits to kill them. But on Grounded, it's only 1.
Did you see that? Yes. Sorry. God damn. Turn here. Turn here.
No. Come on, people, move.
What are they running from?
Get us out of here.
I'm trying.
Oh no.
We can't stop here, Tommy.
And yeah, resources are very, very scarce. As for like parts and pills and what you pick up, difficulty doesn't matter with that. The parts and pills are exactly the same on Grounded as they are on easy. The crafting supplies are a lot more scarce on Grounded.
Daddy? Hey. Hey!
Get back, Max. Get back.
Dad?
I'm here, baby. I'm here. Come, give me your hand.
This is nice, not caring about time.
What is it?
Alright, so right off the bat, the only thing you can do in this section right here is not have people get in your way and have Tommy push you. Tommy is always in the same spot,
Keep us safe.
every single time.
Now hold on tight.
Alright. So just avoid these assholes. And he'll run in a straight line. So like right here, just sort of line yourself up and have Tommy push you. Then you want to get off to those runners on the ground there. Sometimes stop your movement to allow people to pass you. It's a little faster than just trying to run. Alright, now right here, sort of line yourself up with the left side of that car. See, I kind of messed up there. Tommy's supposed to push you.
We're gonna get out of this. I promise.
He's supposed to push you that whole way. You'll just have to practice the practice the route yourself. It's really just a straight line.
This way! Through the alley!
You get used to the positioning the more you do it.
Go!
Right here, it doesn't tell you what button to mash, but for grounded, it's or ungrounded, but it's square. All right, now right here,
He's dead!
you want to run to the left and keep the camera on Tommy.
Damn it! We're almost there. We're almost there.
If you don't, Tommy would be like 3 or 4 feet behind you. He wouldn't be in the shot.
Find a way out of here. Come on!
And you want him to get past you here. If you go for the door and you don't let him pass you, he'll despawn.
Get to the
But with
highway.
that spot right there, you want to keep the camera on him.
I will meet you there. Hurry!
And then point it back around when he's about to pass you.
Daddy, we can't leave him.
He's gonna be fine. We're almost there.
They're getting closer. Dad?
Alright, and I use the floor, or the ground, to tell when to skip the cutscene. So like right there, you pause it. It's that sort of like, there's like discoloration on the ground. That's the cue I use to time my skip cutscenes. And then you skip it, and you don't want to restart encounter right away. You want to give it like a second and then restart encounter. If you do it too quickly, you won't be able to skip, like, I don't know, the camera panning around and
outside work duty.
looking at them leaving the building. So you want to wait like an extra second before restarting encounter.
I'll make sure to tell them that.
And right here, you just want to get as close to Tess as you possibly can without bumping into her. Yeah, not a lot happens until the 3 infected fight.
Look at that. Ration line hasn't opened yet.
And for this spot right here, you don't have to hold down sprint. He keeps the same running animation speed.
Hey, Jesus.
Seems like more people are getting infected.
Again, if you want to practice certain sections, some sections you can restart encounter and try it over and over again. Other sections you want to approach it from a previous section so you can like accurately simulate as if you're doing it in a run.
All right, drive on through.
See you, Albert. Here you go. What's your business here?
Got the day off.
Do I use 6 mollies during the run? Well, I learned something today.
Close it off! The fire flies!
Alright, right here you can't move at all until you do what the prompt tells you to. So it's back and X and then just sprint towards the door.
So much for the easy route.
And you have to use this med kit, so it's just X up R1. Right about now. You want to do that as fast as you can. Tess won't start moving until you hit R1 to start healing.
We're gonna have to go around the outside.
Alright, now for right here, you want to just round your corners and walk in straight lines up until that fire extinguisher.
Cute.
Hey, Tess, you see that shit?
I was there. Hey, how's the east tunnel looking?
It's clear. I just used
Alright,
it. No patrols.
round your
Where you
corners,
off
and right here, you want to inch your way slowly to the left.
to? Marlene?
You don't want to stand right behind him, otherwise you'll like bump into him. So just get off to his left,
What are the firefighters?
point the camera downward. It helps you angle your body a little bit better, and then angle it to the left right there. Otherwise, you want your momentum to be going towards the fire extinguisher once you pass it. Otherwise, you'll bump into that guy.
I got no idea where he's hiding.
Good man. Hey, you
And
stay out of
then
trouble, all right? Military's gonna be out in force.
Just
soon.
sort of inch your way forward, and you're good. It takes a little bit of practice, but eventually you'll be able to get it. If you
Marlene
don't
looking
get
for
it,
Robert? What do you make of that?
like if you don't get it and you want to restart the run, you'll have to close the game in order to get a different walking animation from the guy you're trying to pass. It's really weird, but if you keep the game open and do another run, and you didn't get past him the first time, it's likely you won't be able to get past him the second time. There's some times where it's just no matter what you do, you can't get past him. So close the game and then start it up again. And you'll get a different walking animation from that guy. Alright, now this restart encounter right here, I'm actually going to show you. It doesn't matter where Tess is. It matters where you are. I'm going to give it... Alright, see, now you see this is how we figured out where to restart encounter. You see the 1 minute ago? It's about... I'm just going to tell you, it's going to be about halfway between these two lines on the ground right here. So we're walking, we're walking, we're walking, we're walking, and right about here. See that? It changed from 1 minute to less than a minute ago. So you restart encounter, and it puts you right here. And when you're moving at full speed, it puts Tess here,
How we looking over here?
which is exactly what you want, because she's the one who moves all these objects out of the way.
That's what I like to hear.
She walks pretty slowly in the hallway. So yeah, you want to restart encounter right about at that spot on the floor right there.
Y'all take it easy out there.
Okay, and starting right here, you got to hold down sprint
I need to watch them throw
to
away down here.
run faster. Every now and then I forget about that.
Light.
Right, sort of angle the camera there
Right here.
upright to get past her there.
Not a lot of ammo.
Make the shots count.
All right, and right here, there's just not a lot to do right here. Here's something you'll see me do during a run. If I hit a triangle prompt when Joel is carrying a weapon, he'll spend like an extra second putting it away.
All right.
So what I do is, here, watch. Watch the gun. When he throws a punch, it magically appears in his back pocket. So before hitting a triangle prompt, I'll like either switch out to another weapon in my holster so he like puts it away before taking out another one. But sometimes if it's just downtime, I'll throw a punch before hitting triangle.
You ready?
This is just a bunch of little things that saves a second here and there, but it all matters.
Come on.
Go on.
Alright, right here, as soon as you're able to move Joel, crouch. Because as you can see right here, this is a walking only section. So like when you're right here, as soon as you gain control of him, crouch, and then you want to stand up and leap over this. Because if you're crouching and you leap over, it's a lot slower. Like this is slower than this, obviously. So as soon as you're able to move him, crouch, stand up, go like that, and then crouch back down. And then it's about this spot right here where you can start jogging again. Let me see if I can... Let's go back for a second. Why is there a loading screen, man? There's really a loading screen for this?
Be careful.
Here we go, so it's like this.
Got a trick question?
And then right about there. Simple as that.
Where's the ladder?
It's got to be around here somewhere. Got it.
Great, bring it over.
Alright, and there's a restart encounter right here that saves like 1 second. It's not that big a deal if you don't do it. But the way I time it is like, you'll see an X prompt show up on the screen.
You must
Right
be thinking of
about
someone.
there. That's my cue to restart encounter. And it just puts him at the top without you having to climb it. If you're not too quick with your restart encounters, you don't have to do it. Alright, now right here, you want to let go of sprint. Hold on, see if I can do that again. The beginning of the game, there's just so many little things that I just got to show off. If you hold down sprint, he takes like an extra 3 steps, and then you mess up the timing.
Down through here.
Okay, so right here. Just let go of sprint, and then you can cut your corner a little bit.
For his sake.
Alright, as soon as Tess is done talking,
Get our merchandise
crouch.
back, it should be easy to unload.
There.
Spores.
And then as soon as he's done putting the mask on, go like that.
Hell are all these coming?
As he's putting on the mask, it forces you to walk.
Stay alert.
And crouch walking is faster
Should be able to
than
fit
walking.
through
Just a lot of little
You okay?
itty bitty movement
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like
Damn
that.
ceiling's falling apart. Be careful. Easy. Watch it, watch it. Help me.
Alright, so real quick, we pick up the gun here. On easy through survivor, it's 2 bullets. But on grounded, it's only 1 bullet.
Please come back.
Alright, now for the first encounter.
Up ahead. You hear that?
You're not able to move until he gets in the middle of the room. Now you gotta read his animations. So right here, you wanna approach him. If you crouch walk too close to him at full speed, he will hear you. So right about here, you wanna aim and then shoulder swap. And then just line it up right, fire, and then shoulder swap again. Now in terms of like where Joel is standing, it's important you get down where Joel is standing for this trick. You want him to be just a little bit before the doorway and on the left side. This will force this runner to run in a straight line. So really, you just got to get the height down, and then you just time the shot. Because when the runner is running towards you, he moves his head left, right, left, right. You just got to time it correctly. So like there, throw 1 punch, and then do a drag shot. Now if you're a beginner at this, and you're having a hard time getting this headshot, if you restart and counter, the runner will be angled more this way. He's not angled this far on your first try. So if you're having a hard time getting a headshot, restart and counter. So once again, get a headshot. You angle Joel right in the doorway so that he will that runner runs in a straight line. So once again, you want to aim early enough so that he's not alerted to the sound of your crouch walking. And then aim at Alright, right there I wasn't angled in the right spot. You see the runner take like a really weird route there. 1, 2, 3. The third, I punch him so I can just get a consistent headshot. It's just easy to do a drag shot. And the way to shoulder swap is aim and then R2. I aim with L1 and shoot with R1. Some people aim with L2 and shoot with R2, but it's always the alternative. So shoulder swap is while you're aiming, hit R2. And if you're not comfortable with this strat yet, this is what I did when I first started. I'd choke him out. And then I would do this. You're right here, because their heads are so close together, you can just... You'll get a headshot because they're like right next to each other. But yeah, once again, it's boom, boom. You just gotta practice it a lot.
Alright, that's all of them.
Let's hope so.
Alright, and the timing for this, you want to sprint off here and then hit circle when his feet leave the ground, and then start up your sprint again when he's about to fall off right there. So as his feet leave the ground, hit circle so he's crouch walking as soon as he lands. Also right there, make sure he doesn't have a gun in his hand. Otherwise he takes an extra second doing whatever the triangle prompt will make him do.
Cover the entrance.
I got it.
Now a lot of people ask me about this launch that I'm about to do. And it's really just as simple as this. You want to be holding down sprint in an enclosed area where he otherwise can't stand. So it's like this. Hold down sprint, hold down forward, and he just does that little launch.
Damn it. Plank fell down.
It's as simple as that. Even right there. So that, hold it down, and then boom, he just does that. Make sure you're holding down one direction. You don't want to change it
Pass it to
like
me.
halfway through.
It's a bit heavy.
I think I can handle it.
All right.
You can fall off this plank, by the way. I have done that before. Right here, you want to stay like really close to Tess. Angle your way off the fire escape there. You don't want to get past her, so give her a little room.
Clear.
Mash X to get over, because it sometimes just won't let you hop over. And really just time your crouches and your sprints right. And sometimes Tess will open the door quickly.
Shut it.
Okay. Now you had 5 bullets. I should mention. This game will, mode, grounded mode, will only give you ammo when you're either at 0 or close to 0. Unlike easy mode where it gives you ammo even if you have a shit ton of ammo already. So I had 5 bullets when I did that 3 infected encounter.
Well, that'll make it more
I
interesting.
used 3 bullets and now I have 2. And there's only 2 enemies for the next section. So it works out really, really well.
Come on.
Hey, Tess, hey, Tess. Pretty lady, how you doing today? I heard you
Not right now.
So the next guy will always drop 3 bullets for me. Always. He's never not done that. The second guy sometimes drops a bullet. I'd say he drops it like 30 or 40% of the time.
Where do you think you're going?
Malik, sit back down.
Oh, sorry, Tess. Didn't realize you two were together. Go ahead.
Who's that?
An old headache. Don't ask. There. I'm looking for Robert.
Some people have said they've been able to get past this guy without triggering this conversation. I've never gotten it.
He's there now.
I try to walk left instead of going through the gate. I feel like this conversation happens faster. Alright, and then I usually split right about here.
Here we go.
Alright, I'm actually going to make a save file for this, because I want to show it to you guys more than once. This is one of those sections where a restart encounter actually would not benefit you. Restarting encounter to practice this section would not benefit you, because the enemies are in a different spot. So if you do want to practice this, I'll replace it here. And then, of course, if you want to practice it, you can't disable autosave once you've started up a save file. So always keep another save file for continuation. So you keep one save file for loading up a section, and then another save file for actually doing it.
Let us through.
You guys need to turn around.
Also, I never mentioned, but when the flashlight is on, the camera sort of moves a little bit farther to the right compared to when the flashlight is off. So sometimes when I'm like cover shooting, I prefer to have the flashlight on. It just feels a little bit better. So right here, like one of the first things I'm going to do is turn the flashlight on. It just, personally, it helps me. It may not help you. It's all
I'm not
about how it
going
feels,
anywhere
really.
without Robert.
Bitch, I will bash your skull unless you turn around and get your dumb ass out of here.
Fuck this.
Take cover!
You ready?
Yeah.
I'll cover you. Get the angle on them.
So right away, sprint, turn on the flashlight, and crouch here. Now aim. So right there. It's hard to explain as it's going really fast. But really, you just want to... Sorry. You want to... like, that guy will always stand up really... The first guy will always stand up really, really slowly. So you want to point the gun at about the spot where he reaches, like, his maximum height. It makes for a very consistent headshot. And then you have to crouch down once because their aiming is a lot better on grounded than it is on easy mode. If you just hard scope the entire time, you'll get shot by the second guy. So you get the first headshot, you crouch back down, you move the camera over so that when you pop up again, the reticle should be on his head, and you take him out. I'll do it again, just to show you. Again, I know it sucks we got to watch all this over again, but
Here we go.
that's just the way it is. If I were to restart encounter, it would place me at the start of the fight, and the enemies would be doing something totally different. It wouldn't accurately simulate doing it in a run. So if you want to practice it, this is how you're going to have to practice it.
Let us through.
You guys need to turn around and head back if you know what's good for you.
Our beef isn't with you. We just want Robert. You don't want to do this.
Turn the fuck around and leave now.
I'm not going anywhere without Robert.
Bitch, I will bash your skull unless you turn around and get your dumb ass out of here.
Fuck this.
Take cover!
You ready?
Yeah.
I'll cover you. Get the angle on them.
Okay, flashlight on, gun, sprint. Now aim in the same spot. Boom, crouch, aim the camera, and then go again.
Checks.
Alright, now we can continue. Get those headshots like that, and you got 3 bullets leaving the section. Sometimes you have 4. But the 4th bullet is random. The 3 is consistent. The extra bullet is totally random.
Give me your hand.
There's a bit of problems there, but we're good now. Full health. 3 pistol bullets. And we're good. If you take any damage, there's a bit of health to pick up in the next spot here. Alright, this one's a bit hard to explain, but basically, there's 3... Tess kills 1 guy. You have to... There's 3 enemies to kill. And you want the guy closest to the door to be the last guy you kill, because he's the one who drops the key. It's not a specific person who drops the key, but the last guy you kill is the one who drops the key. So, obviously, you want the one closest to the door to be the last guy you kill.
How do you know they're coming? 2 of our guys died trying to take
So
Tess
the
out.
route I do has just shown to be the fastest and most consistent way.
We shouldn't have taken this job. Not our call.
Alright, so right here I look at Tess, and as soon as she's about to stab the guy, I hold down sprint, turn the camera, so I can do like a sprinting leap. And then right here I crouch, aim, get a headshot, turn around, body shot, and punch him. And then boom. Pistol, key. Then go for the door. If you want some health, there's one right there. And there's one right there. Now again, this is one of those sections where you can just practice it over and over. Get in the doorway, crouch. You want to crouch when you're shooting, because if you're standing, as you can see right there, the weapon sway is just ridiculous. I'm just holding down aim right now. It's huge. But if you crouch, it's just not as noticeable. It's still there, but it's not as noticeable. So turn the camera, crouch, get a headshot, aim, punch. Now this guy's always in a different spot. You know, you just sort of react when you see him. Now if you're right here, you shoot this guy, you punch him twice. If you hear this guy yell, it means he's going to rush through the doorway and try and punch you out. Sometimes he just stands in the doorway and then runs away. But if he yells, he wants to come and attack you. If you don't hear him at all, it means he's going to be somewhere over here, either hiding behind the desk over here, hiding over here, or hiding over here. These are the most common spots. Get a headshot. See that? There you go. Now, a beginner strat, if you're struggling with that, something you can do is this. You can take them out in a certain order. And Tess will actually help you out. They're supposed to be talking to each other.
I meant to tell you.
There we go.
Down on Jordan Street. All these soldiers showed
Nope, not
up in
yet.
groups of about 5 or 6, all in
As soon as this guy turns his back,
Let me guess. Fireflies.
Yep. I lined him up against the wall and bang, bang,
as soon as he turns his back,
executed all of them.
Tess will kill him too. Minimal effort, but it's slow. Again, that's just if you're starting out. Just practice, practice, practice. Again, sometimes he just sort of rushes you really quick. You don't have time to aim. If he does that, just punch him out. And the biggest key with this section is you absolutely need. Alright, I heard him yell, so he's right there. I forgot to mention, sometimes he's on the other side of the door. So when you're coming through this spot right here, always mash triangle, just in case he's right where Tess is right here. Then you can just do what I did there. Now, you absolutely need 2 bullets for the next section. If you have 1 and they don't drop any, go out here and either him or him will drop some ammo. Also, it's really weird, but this key you can pick up from like really far away, as you can see. Now right here, I'm just going to show you can do this next section with only 2 bullets. Okay, right away. Grab the bottle, sprint, crouch, and you want to get this guy's headshot and then line up that one. And then run through the door and do a charge punch on that guy. Pick up some ammo. You only need 1 bullet for this spot. Crouch as soon as you're about to get exposed. Get 1 headshot of the 2 guys. Pick up the bottle and the med kit. And then just use a bottle on this last guy. You have to take them out that way because you need to pick up one of the med kits on the right. It's essential that you do that. So again, get the bottle. Run to about here. Wait for this guy to pass. Get that guy's headshot. Get that guy's headshot. Throw a bottle. Charge punch. Mash triangle, because one of them will drop ammo. Crouch walk right about there. That guy's an easy headshot. Now right there, for that guy, you want to watch what he does when you enter this room. So I saw he crouched behind like the cabinet thing. So like expose yourself and then do that. Oh, god damn it. How dumb was that? But yeah, the top floor is tough because you got to read what that guy's doing. So headshot, headshot. Throw a bottle. Sometimes you get more than 1 bullet. Crouch right here.
Over here.
They're a little broken there. See, like right there, you just sort of got to read them. Pick up any ammo they drop, and then make your way downstairs.
We should have brought more people.
And then you're good.
Slow us down.
Yeah, right.
I don't really know another way of doing that.
There's our boy.
Alright, this one's easy to explain. And it works like every time.
Cocky son of a bitch.
Let's go wrap this up.
Alright, as soon as you can sprint, start up. Skip that shiv, just run on the left side here. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop sprinting and pick up the brick. Start up again after stepping for about twice. Now we're good. If they don't spot you, you can run around this guy. You gotta really round the corner there so he doesn't put you in a chokehold. If you run right next to him, he'll punch you, shoot you, chokehold you, whatever. But if you like really go around him, he'll just ignore you and then just sort of run behind you, but he'll never attack you. But if you do get spotted, I'll do it again.
Let's be smart about this.
Just sprint. Stop sprinting right here. Grab the brick. Take like 2 steps. And then start up again. Now you'll get spotted, but you won't get shot in your back. And then you just gotta round the corner here real quick. And then hit triangle, and you're good. The enemies were in a little bit of a different situation there. Because of the restart encounter.
We got fucking nothing to talk about.
But yeah, if you're spotted, just keep sprinting. You won't get shot in your back. And when you're approaching the door, there's an enemy hiding, like guarding that door. He's hiding behind a crate. Don't run next to him because he'll shoot you, chokehold you, whatever. Make a big turn to the right and go for the door at a weird angle. He'll miss most of his shots trying to shoot you.
Put your gun down!
Go fuck yourself.
He's running!
Robert!
All right, now let's chase Robert.
Come on, he ran in here. We almost got him.
And that's where I'd split for the slums.
We gotta get out of here. Now.
Okay, now right here, you want to pick up this melee weapon. That particular melee weapon has 4 hits. You just gotta remember that. Like a piece of wood has 4 hits, a bat has 6 hits, and a pipe has 9 hits. And because the heads-up display is disabled on grounded mode, you have to know how many hits are left. You gotta keep track. Also, I didn't mention this, but when you're running through the wharf there, hold on, let's see. When you're running through the wharf and you pick up that brick when you stop sprinting, make sure not to use it on that last enemy because you need the brick for this section right here, the cargo. Now we do need a shiv. There was a shiv when we were running through the wharf, but if you don't pick up that shiv, you can pick it up right here. The reason I pick it up here instead of in the wharf is because it would slow down his sprinting animation by just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Joel, give me a hand with this.
Unfortunately, that like picking it up later thing only applies to shivs. It applies to other guns as well, but I'll talk about that later. Alright, right here, if you angle it right, you can get past Marlene. Saves like a second.
How you holding up? I'll live.
Alright, now for the cargo. This involves, like, timing your sprinting, basically.
That's the way out. The door into the bridge.
And again, it's important that you have a brick for this section. There is a bottle you can pick up, but it slows down your sprinting animation, and, like,
Let's get moving.
that could mean the difference between ending a run and continuing. So just sprint as early as you can. Go, go, go. Now stop right here. Start up again as soon as you see the subtitles. Hop over to the right. Take a sprinting swing. Round your corners. Get your brick ready. And you want to crouch behind here for a split second. That guy. And then you're good. We'll do it again.
We need to get to that door.
Stop right here. Start up right here. Make sure you leap as far to the right as you can. Now watch what happens if you don't have a brick and you gotta pick it up here. It slows you down a lot. And you're pretty much screwed. So it's very important you keep that brick in the wharf and do not pick up that bottle right there.
We need to get to that door.
So once again, stop, start, lead to the right, swing, run, crouch for a split second. That's a bit of bad luck right there. That guy's supposed to be like on the stairs. He's not supposed to run up and hit you. But again, that's RNG. It's just something you got to prepare for.
We need to get to that door.
So yeah, if he shows up right away... Here, I'll do this real quick just to get rid of him. Oh, you go away. Most of the time, he's right here. Other times, he sprints up and tries to shoot you. And other times, he's like right in here. So when you round the corner... If he doesn't show up and you round the corner... Just throw the brick at him right there. He'll always be within range of the throw. It's unfortunate I have to talk about the different spots he's in. Instead of showing you, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna get it. So it looks like every time he's just gonna show up at the top of the stairs, but he doesn't always do that. The most frequent occurrence is he's like on the second step when you're climbing down, when you're walking down. The biggest thing to show off though is just the movement before the stairs right here. Like everything up until right here should be the same. It should be the same. Now again, this guy's either running up to shoot you. Most of the time he's right here, and then we'll take a step back. That's when you brick him and run past. And other times he's like right here. Just aim the brick, just equip the brick and throw. All right, one more time. I'll cut out some of these attempts. But yeah, there's 3 different spots that guy can be. Obviously, the restart encounters are affecting it, because most of the time he's like in the middle of the stairs. And how much damage you take doesn't matter right here. So we wasted our brick. We have 3 hits left in the melee weapon. And it doesn't matter how much health Joel has, because he gets it all back after the next cutscene.
It's not far now.
When there's like a time lapse.
How you holding up?
And right here, crouch walking is faster than walking.
The place is right up ahead.
Attention. Curfew is now in full effect.
No. You cannot jump over the barriers on those stairs. It's just not programmed that way. You can't do it.
Without proper authorization.
Alright, there's a restart encounter right here. When you get halfway up the stairs, so right about here, restart encounter, and Marlene will, this saves like 15 seconds, because she walks really, really slow. Alright, now it's very stupid. There's a triangle prompt for this, but it won't show up if you're like standing on the door. You have to be a certain distance back for it to show up. See that? So you want to be standing like back here. Also, how much ammo you have leaving the slums, wharf, and cargo, it doesn't matter at all. You either want to have 0, 1, or 2. There's a clicker that tests kills later on, And if you have 0, 1, or 2 bullets, the clicker will drop 3. If you have 3 or more, the clicker won't drop any ammo.
Up there. That'll get us to the north tunnel.
How are we supposed to reach that?
Just give me a minute.
And as soon as this dialogue starts, start crouch walking.
Like a legal face?
Sometimes.
Because crouch walking is faster than walking.
No, that's a first. So what's the deal with you and Marlene anyways?
I don't know. She's my friend, I guess.
See, it was hard to explain that
You're friends with the
cargo
leader of the
section.
Fireflies. What are you, like 12?
Basically, the guy you throw the brick at is the biggest, like,
She's been looking after me. And I'm
random factor in that section. The sprinting, the swing, the stopping and starting with the sprinting, that's all the same every time.
So instead
But
of
the
just
important part
staying
is you want to
slow,
crouch behind that
you're
little
going off into-
piece of cover as fast as you can,
I think it's a bit
and then
strange
stay
that
there
unless
for about
there's
1
another-
second, and then get your brick ready, and then throw it at him. He'll be in one of 3 spots, running up the stairs, on the stairs, and then not even being on the stairs, and you gotta, like,
Hope there's someone alive to pay us.
sprint all the way to the doorway to find him. But it's not worth talking about that much. You see him, you brick him, you run past him. Just make sure you crouch behind that barrier so you don't get shot behind you.